Hello, I hope you are having a wonderful day today. If you know it, say it with me. I got my coffee, I got my Bible. Of course, I have all of you. Today is National Love Note Day, and I get it. The idea of writing notes to each other is just about gone. A lot of people don't do it, but there is something special about getting a note or getting something in the mail that's not from Amazon and it's not a bill. So if you know anybody that you think could use a little encouragement, why don't you write them a note and put it in the mail? They will be happy that you did. Once again, not from UPS, not from Amazon, not a bill. Oh my goodness, it's a good thing, right? Welcome to Hebrews chapter 11. And oh my goodness, if you've been journeying with us from chapter to chapter, just pulling out some daily hope in every chapter, this one is so easy. This begins what a lot of people call the Hall of Faith, where they're just talking about the whole thing of faith. And I'm just going to pull out the first verse, and I just want to talk about it just for a moment, and hopefully it'll bring you some hope. And that is, Hebrews 11, verse 1 says, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Read it one more time. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Faith is one of those things that you don't know it, but you know when you got it. You know when you can believe for something that you can't see. You have evidence for something that you can't quite put your hand on. And here's the thing, that some people think of having faith in God is impossible. Here's why. Because they think that in order to have faith in God, they cannot have a single doubt. Well, can I tell you something? As a pastor who loves God with all my heart, plans on serving God the rest of my life, has given my life to serve God and serve others and lead others to Him, can I tell you something? I sometimes doubt things. I do. I go through things, I see things, and I go, God, I don't understand that. I don't doubt that you're sovereign and that you're holy, but I don't understand. Here's the thing. If you're watching this, and I am so honored if you're watching this and you're not a Christian, and by the way, I do get your messages and things, and I do get those people who are non-Christians who watch these every day. Thank you so much. That's just such a blessing to me. But if you're not a Christian and God's dealing with you and you're going, you know what, I can't be a Christian because I don't have everything figured out yet. Can I tell you, that's not what you're aiming at? Think about it. When you're in a court case, and it's a capital court case, and they have that jury, what is the what is it the prosecution and the defense are trying to tell them? You need to the jury, you need to know beyond a reasonable doubt if this person is guilty, or beyond a reasonable doubt that they're innocent. So we're not asking you that every single thing has to line up the way you think it should, and everything has to make complete sense to you. And I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. Sometimes, they make it full of drama on TV, but the reality is, it's a lot of those. It's a lot of documentation, and it's a lot of lawyer speak and all that stuff, and it can get really complicated. And so what that attorney on both sides will say is, we're not saying you got to know with 1,000% certainty. We're saying is, beyond a reasonable doubt, do you feel confident to make a decision? And that's what you're aiming at when it comes to your faith in anything. Do you know enough to make a good decision? Because here's the thing. If you're on a court case and you know that your decision is going to send someone to jail for the rest of their life, they're never going to see their kids again, they're never going to be around anybody again, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's a capital punishment, you're going to take this thing super serious. So I need to know all the facts, because I need to know enough to make a good decision. But once I know enough and the evidence keeps piling up, is there a doubt? Is there a possibility? Yeah, maybe. But I know enough to make a good decision. Same thing when it comes to your faith. This is for keeps. This is for eternity. Your life here, 70, 80 years, and it's done. But that is a puff of smoke in the light of eternity. Eternity is long. It is forever. So in that situation, the stakes couldn't be higher. And so as the evidence continues to pile up, because here's the thing, as technology continues to increase, people are continuing to increase getting the word out there about apologetics and the validity of faith and all these kinds of things. And I don't know what you're hearing, but it's actually compiling up even more that God is real and faithful. And so as the evidence continues to mount, yeah, there's going to be the naysayers, there's going to be the negative people, it's going to have all those things, and they're going to have the impossible to answer questions, and for everything that is said here, there's a rebuttal, whether it makes sense or not, that kind of thing. But do you know enough to make a good decision? I'm not asking you to have no doubt. I'm saying to beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's what faith is. Faith is saying, I don't have it all figured out. I do know enough to make a good decision. And so if you're on the fence right now and you've been waiting to have all your questions answered, can I tell you, I love Jesus. I still got questions. I can't wait to get to heaven so I can ask. I got a feeling when I get to heaven, I ain't gonna care anyway. I still got questions. But I know enough to make a good decision. What about you? I don't know how that's gonna speak to you, but it brings me a lot of hope. And I want to tell you something. God loves you more than you realize. He's for you more than you can imagine. Probably doing better than you realize. You know why? Because you got up one more day, and God has not changed his mind about you. I love you so much. Can't wait to see you here tomorrow on Daily